bright enough. Oh, I'm going blonde. So I've kind of changed up my background because my name's different, and yeah. So I've got my friend's son's first birthday, and then I have my friend's birthday, which is supposed to be a pool party, which is not happening. So if you could see the weather outside, it is rainy. And yeah, so I'm gonna do my hair first, and I'm gonna chat with you guys while I get ready. I dyed my hair the other day, so it is nice and dark. This is not what I'm wearing. I'm wearing something else. But yeah, it's nice and dark and fresh because your girl's going grey because she's almost 27 this year. So there's a couple of greys, but yeah, so let's just get straight into it. I haven't even put the wands or anything on, so that's great. Oh my God, my hair is a wreck. I love my hairdresser, Tasha. What I'm gonna do is talk about how I got to where I am today. So when I was younger, good at art, and as you know, I am Italian, and my parents were quite strict when I was younger, and I wasn't allowed to do a lot of things. Beg to differ on that one, mum and dad. My mum's gonna watch this, my dad doesn't watch anything. I used to stay at home on like Fridays and Saturdays while every other 16-year-old was allowed to go out. And this is where my makeup obsession started. So my mum was really good like that. She would always let me have like little bits of makeup from the chemist. I've like done throwbacks of like my disgusting makeup that I used to do. I was actually all right. Like I didn't do eyebrows or anything. So there's like so many photos of me with no eyebrows. I'm like, oh my God. And my foundation was like through my eyebrows. That's when my love of makeup really started. I then proceeded to work with my best friend Jazz's mum. Jazz's mum used to own like this place, and the old name of it was Star Power Studio. So I used to sing there because I sing, but she also used to do kids parties that they used to get a little bit of makeup on, and then they would sing songs and play games, and like it was just really fun for kids. I started doing makeup there after I had my first job at McDonald's, and then eventually I trained at Napoleon Purtis. When I trained at Napoleon Purtis, I applied for a job, 2012, sorry, all my certificates are in my studio. 2012, I would have been 18, turning 19. So I've been doing makeup for that long. I applied for Napoleon Purtis, but I also started my business back then. So when I worked at Napoleon Purtis, I actually worked in the Bondi store, the kiosk, and I worked with some amazing girls that I still know to today. So when I trained at Napoleon Purtis, it was in the city at Paddington. So with the Napoleon course, I think it was 9 weeks long, 2 nights a week, 3 hours a week. So when I used to get the train, I used to get the girls that I used to go to school with to come with me on the train when I had to do a prep. I had to bring like a model in for that day. So Monday was theory, Wednesday was prep. And that's how I started my business, using the girls that I did from school. Oh my God, even backtrack again. Like when I was in year 12, I actually did some formal girls makeups, like when I worked at my first ever job at Star Power Studios. So when I was 16, 17, 18, I was actually doing other girls' makeups for their formal already. So I did a girl called Kristen because she was like a really popular girl. She'd been asked to go to the formal, so I did her makeup. I full on, that just came to my head. Crazy. And because I was doing makeup on my friends from school, I literally did all the girls from Cronulla, and I was like 19 years old. I was probably the only person that did makeup back then that I know of. Like there was all big people. There's not as many makeup artists as there is today. But yeah, so I was doing makeup for like $30. Whoa. Wow. Yeah, $30 back in the day, and I was just pumping out the girls every weekend on Sundays, or just like doing their makeup whenever, but it was so awesome. So that was that part, like when I first started when I was 19. I worked at Napoleon for 2 years. The best part about working with Napoleon is I used to work with this guy and these girls, and we used to like hang out on the weekends after work, or like on the weekend we'd go out for dinner and we'd go out in like Bondi, or I'd go to somewhere I hadn't been, or I'd go to their place and I'd never like been in that area before, or like hung out with people from a different area. I actually loved that time. Like it was such a great time. It's so good to reflect on it. Like just makes me so happy. Like that's where it all started. And the girls there were so unreal to work with, and the boys as well. I worked at like beauty shows and stuff. That was really fun, but it was like full on, like people buying stuff everywhere, like, you know, like a trade show where they sell everything for cheaper. Hold on, I'm just gonna finish this bit of my hair. My hair, okay, that's my hair at this point. And I kind of just leave it like that until I brush it out. So it's like that. I don't even know what the back looks like. Hopefully the back's not, I have like a crown here, so it's kind of goes like a bit funky there. And I have 2 cowlicks at the front. All right, I'm just gonna tuck this behind my ear because I prefer to get ready like that. I need water. I kind of want to do like a light pinky look today. So am I okay? I never wear pink. Okay, so I prepped my eyes already, and then pretty much all of us quit, and then I went to uni and I did my teaching degree. And I just kind of was doing a bit of everything. So I was doing a bit of my business, a bit of the parties at that place that I used to work at when I was 16, and working at Napoleon, and going to university all at the same time. So I did that for almost 2 years, so half my university degree of teaching. I then eventually quit Napoleon and I just worked for myself because I was so busy every Saturday. You can't take a Saturday off at Napoleon, obviously it's their busiest day. I totally understand that. But, you know, I wanted my business and I wanted to work for myself. So at that 2-year mark, I didn't have to juggle all 3 of it. And I literally just worked for myself. Back then, I was strictly doing makeup on Saturdays. So I had no eyelashes or anything yet. So it got to 2016 and I thought, right, I trained in 2012. I've been doing makeup from 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 4 years at this point. Finishing my degree, I'm like, okay, I want to do another course. And I did the Melissa Sistine course. That was great. It definitely improved my skills. It was 2016, 2017, 2018, I thought, all right, I want recurring clients. I'm not getting enough from makeup on the weekend. I want to make this a business. I want to, you know, make people recurring. Makeup is not recurring. You must have heaps of followers, heaps of clients, which I didn't have. And there's so many artists and so much competition. So I thought, right, 2018, I trained in lashes and I trained in microblading. And that's when I added lashes and microblading to my business. Probably the best thing I've done to date at this point, just because it creates that recurring clientele. And that's something that obviously in a business you need. Like there are makeup artists that just do makeup. Maybe they do enough or make enough on one day of the week, which is your Friday, your Saturday, or your Sunday. And obviously I've slowly broken into that bridal industry. People always ask me as well what my favorite service is. All my services are so different. I love eyelashes, it transforms the eyes. I love makeup because it transforms the whole face and it lends itself to so much creativity. And I love brows because I love the transformation. I'm all about transformation. I love it. Even my own body, like how I've transformed it over the years. I don't know if you've seen my fat photo, but I was huge. I was like almost 80 kilos. I weigh about 55 to 56, 57, whatever. I kind of go up and down. But I love transformation. Wear it big body, face, eyebrows, lashes. I love that. In 2016, I did the Melissa Sistine course, which I was still at university. I was doing a practicum at university at one point as well. And I was traveling to like 40 minutes away from home and then coming home and going to uni the next day and working at Napoleon and working for myself and doing uni and doing the Melissa Sistine course all at one time. Nutcase as I am. Actually 2 years into uni, I stopped working at Napoleon. So I had 2 years left because I did a 4-year course, but I actually did it more even quicker in 3.5 years. So I did extra subjects in the summer holidays and stuff. So I actually sped my degree up. Yep, I'm crazy. I even finished my degree early while doing all of that. I can't do this part of it like while talking, it's so hard. 2 years into it, I stopped working at Napoleon and I just worked for myself. And pretty much ever since then, I have only worked for myself, bar when I was teaching. So what happened was I finished university, I was still working for myself, and I worked casual for about 6 months. And then I got offered a permanent position. So I was a targeted grad. So what a targeted grad is you get a job, you go for an interview as a primary teacher, and you pretty much get a job straight away due to your interview or due to your grades. I can't really remember, it was like 4 years ago now. So you get a job straight away, which is unheard of as a primary teacher. If you know any primary teachers, they are waiting for years for jobs and the system sucks. So I got that job and everyone said, Jess, you'd be stupid not to take it. And that wasn't my original plan. I did not want to teach full time, but the opportunity arose. I taught for 2.5, almost 3 years full time and 6 months casually. I then made the decision 2020 to go and put my permanent position on hold. The biggest, it's still like, whoa, whew, I get emotional because it's the biggest decision I've ever made so far in my career. And you put it all on the line and you just, you don't know if it's going to work or not. And teaching was my safety blanket, and I finally went out of my comfort zone and went on my own. And I can say now, I'm a month into being on my own, I definitely know it was the right thing to do. I'm still scared as hell because it doesn't mean that this job's gonna work out. And I know people say to me, don't have a plan B. It's hard not to have a plan B. Sorry, my voice is starting to fatigue because I still have a voice injury from my last job as well as a teacher. So that also for me, another decision that life or God or whatever you believe in, the universe, put me to push in 2020. I probably would have done another year this year full time, but my voice injury pushed me to that point. It is actually so mentally draining what I went through last year, but not being able to speak when you can speak and you talk a lot, me, is so difficult. But anyways, who cares? Don't focus on the negative. 2020, I went out on my own. So good. So happy, so exciting. This lash is stabbing me great. Probably the best decision I've ever made to date. And yeah, so at this point, trying to build my clientele, and then I've got my super secret announcement that I will make soon when I have enough of the announcement in place to be able to release it. And that was one of my main drives, this secret announcement, to make me leave, because I can't actually give it away. But what it is a combination of everything that I value, everything that I love, everything that I stand for, all about transformation, empowering women, teaching, makeup, it's all of it. I kind of gave it away. So if you can connect the dots, a couple of you have, and I've told you, like, this year's gonna be so good and it's such a positive change for me, and I'm just so excited. But yeah, that's pretty much how I got to where I am today. Doing makeup at the Star Power Studios, like the little party place. We're doing my first Napoleon course, working for myself and Napoleon, going to university, still working for myself and Napoleon, then redoing another course with Melissa Sassine, leaving Napoleon, just working for myself and being a primary teacher and working for myself almost 80 hours a week. 80 hours I was doing last year at one point, and some weeks were different. Adding the other things to my business in 2018, and then 2020, busting it up. You know, the main people that I want to like definitely talk about are my mum. My mum hasn't always been like, yeah, do it, because she definitely pushed me into my teaching and doing a degree when I probably never should have done that. But I am grateful for that. I probably would have loved to just do that, but I think I had to prove that I could do this on my own. Like, WOGs is super different. There's still some people in my family that take convincing. Like, my grandparents take convincing for me to like feel like this is a real job. Like, teaching, they're like, oh my God, like, wow, my granddaughter's a teacher. It's just like, they just don't value this the same way. And I don't think society values it the same way either. Like, people are like, oh, there's all these makeup artists, there's all these lash artists, like, they don't really value it. Katie's so funny. She's a teacher as well. What are you gonna do when you finish? I remember I'm like, that's it, I'm quitting teaching, I'm not doing it. Having a mental breakdown. A lot of people ask me, do I think I'll ever go back to teaching, like full time? No, definitely not. It's too much. And I had a meeting with Travis from Read One, and I really respect him for saying this to me. He's like, Jess, why do you have a plan B? You're only going to be halfway where you want to be. And like, that's obviously been happening over the last few years. I'm only halfway to where I really, really want to be. So, but it does take a lot of effort and time. That is basically how I got to this point. It's a long journey to get to this point, and I'm still not done, and I don't know what the future holds, but I definitely have plans for the future, and I really hope that everything that is meant for me is meant for me. And yeah, I just am super grateful that I can even do anything like this with my life. Like, I live in a great place, I have a great family, I have great friends, and I'm just so happy, and I'm just so excited. Can't wait to do this announcement. I just want to see where this little announcement even goes. Like, I have so many plans and so many things I want to do. So yeah, this is a final look, and thanks for listening to how I got to this point. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm trying different things with my videos because my vlogs get more traction than my makeup videos. So maybe I should do like chatty makeup videos so you guys watch them. But yeah.